All right, before we get started, I want to handle a couple housekeeping things. First, I'm excited to bring Weave back for an update about their project. If you guys remember last time we had them on, it was about December of 2021. And since then, they've been working tirelessly on building out their project, and they have some great news for us to share with the community. Also, I want to remind everyone that this AMA is for educational purposes only. This is not an endorsement for Weave, and they have not paid Cryptonairz or any of the contractors for this opportunity to speak with you guys today. Cryptonairz hopes to assist you guys in your research process by hosting these AMAs, and nothing said during this interview should be considered as financial advice. So welcome, Grayson. I appreciate you coming to speak with me today. Can you introduce yourself to everybody?
Yes. Can you hear me at this voice?
Yeah, you sound great.
Yeah. Great. Okay, so thanks for having us back. As you mentioned that I also just do some homework. Our last MA was happening December last year when we just launched our platform. So we are really fortunate to have your support, to have the community from Cryptonairz support, and to especially the whole team is really providing different connections to us and help us to reach different people. So really appreciate that. And it's good to be back. So I'm Grayson. I'm representing Weave. I'm in charge of the growth and business development. So I'm basically partnering with Stephen, which is our CEO, who spoke last year. I'm in crypto. I bought my first Bitcoin at around late 2017. Then I just want to invest in Bitcoin, not doing much stuff. Then I start to listen to the crypto news sometimes, but at the time I still have my full-time job, so I don't pay much attention to the growing DeFi and NFT, Ethereum, blockchain kind of trending event at that time. But then I realized that DeFi is starting to get a lot of attention, so I come back and join the DeFi summer in 2020. Then together with the launch of BNB chain, which was BSC chain at that time, I start to dig into the smart contract yield farming stuff. So at that time, I was pretty active in several protocols and learned a lot of crypto and DeFi and yield farming concepts. And I have to be honest, most of my DeFi knowledge and yield farming knowledge, I picked up that skill when I was doing my community service, meaning I was help managing the communities, helping the new users, helping users to solve their issues, and also to Google different tutorials online and to gradually become more and more competent about yield farming, crypto, and DeFi. But until now, I still feel like there's a lot to learn every day. There's always something new in crypto space, and you never feel boring, right? And so during my last crypto job, I was deeply engaged in the yield farming. So that's why I was very excited when I learned about Weave, because in my view, the yield farming protocols have been different generation already. So now we are trying to create a whole new species in terms of yield farming in Weave. That means we want to enabling users to be able to customize their own strategy, to personalize their own farming strategy. And besides that, we want them to share with the world and allow users to copy it. So that's basically how I start my journey with crypto and how I start my journey with Weave. So
that's amazing.
That's it.
Yeah, that's amazing journey over the last couple of years. I'm sure it probably feels like an eternity because crypto is often referred to as dog years, right? It's happened so quickly.
And, you feel the same way, right? I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm glad to bring you guys on because I think right now, actually, yield farming is going to be pretty big. Here in Cryptonairz, we kind of talk about crypto going through seasons. whether it's like the meme season or the DAOs or the nodes. And I think
NFT season, GameFi season.
NFT, exactly. And
Yeah.
I think that yield farming is next. Specifically, I know personally, I'm looking at farming stable coins and trying to find a good place to park my assets simply because of the market condition right now. But before we get into that, for some of the people that are just joining us or that may not know about Weave, can you just give a high level, project description of what Weave is attempting to accomplish, and then we can go into more specifics?
Yeah, sure. So, in the traditional yield farming protocols, well, actually, we have a lot of generation, as I just mentioned, right? So, I would say, like in generation one, we have Y-earn, which is kind of pioneer and god to the whole yield farming protocols, right? We learned a lot from them, and they pioneered the whole yield farming protocol thing. And they decide their own strategy, and they help you to do leverage and auto compound. But the strategy is developed by the protocol itself, and they allow the users to invest, put their assets and invest together, pool together, and to get the yield return, right? So I think that's the first one. And then the second one, probably we have to mention protocols like Pico Finance, Beefy, Auto Farm. They are kind of auto compounding your liquidity pair. So it means that once you provide your LP, traditionally speaking, when you are farming with PancakeSwap, for example, you're providing your LP, then you get regularly get your cake reward, right? So you have to manually either you keep your cake reward or you sell it into other coins. And yield compounding protocols, they will help you automatically compound those rewards back into your LP. So I think those are the second generation. And what Weave is trying to do is that we want to enable users to develop their own strategy themselves, to personalize their own strategy. So you can try to think it like a permissionless strategy builder. So that means everyone who had a good understanding about the market, the tokenomics, and the protocols, and they want to do yield farming themselves. So before they can manually create their own LP and deposit and harvest their reward every week, then they can choose to sell it to stablecoin, take profit, or sell it to other moon coins, or keep the governance token reward. And right now with Weave, you can do it. You still do the same thing, but we will help you to automate your whole process. So that's what we want to do. We want to enable you to be able to create your own strategy. And by the way, if you create your own farming strategy with Weave, it's not, it will be safe as personal smart contract and deploy to the blockchain. So on the contrary, Pico Finance or BV Finance that I just mentioned, they are also offering the compounding function, right? So basically what they did is that they create a pool, they create a vault that they collect the assets from each individual users. So all your funds are pooled together, and they will use their strategy to auto compound the reward for you. But Weave is doing in a different way because we think it's more safe for the users to deploy their own smart contract, and only user can control their investment. So that means nobody else can touch your fund. Your fund is absolutely safe within your control, 100%. And once we have a lot of strategies according to different risk levels, according to different returns, then we allow users to share those strategy to everybody else in the platform, and regular users who just got into crypto space and don't know where to start. They don't have a good knowledge about tokenomic and the market or this. Is it now NFT season or DeFi season or GameFi season? They have no idea, but they can just simply use the
Crypto
historical
Sensei here.
return.
If you like what you're watching on this video, think about
check
signing up for
the
Cryptonairz.
risk
We've
appetite
built
from
out a
different strategies on each
37-person
platform.
team to work
Then
on
they can
Cryptonairz
simply
that provides
follow
every
and
kind of
copy
info that
the
you want to
strategy.
know.
So
we have a great community of over 2,300
the
people
copy
that
forming
also help
function
provide
is called
information.
weave passive.
You know, if you
in our
don't have
platform.
12 hours
So,
a day to
if you
commit
are
to
weave
crypto
passive
research
users,
and knowledge, let us
then
do
you can
most of the
simply
work for
copy the
you. That's why
strategies
we're
you
here.
want,
We're
and you
one
will
of the
also be
very few
safe
communities
as your
that
own
have a full
personal
service security team.
farming strategy.
Every new project
as
that
your
wants
own
to come
personal
work with
smart
us
contract.
to do an AMA,
So that's what we
put
try
them
to
through
do.
a
We
very
try
strict
to
process, and you can learn more about that in our community.
the
You know, we
entry
have people that
barriers
understand
for
smart
the new
contracts that can
users, and we
find,
try
you know,
to bring
malicious
new users
code
into the
or
crypto
errors.
space.
And so,
Meanwhile,
you know,
we
often we're
open
helping these
another
teams
door
kind of fix
to
their
enable
projects
the
before they
professional
launch. And so
traders, the
that really
experienced
gives us
traders,
the
to
power to
create their
know
own strategy,
which
to
new projects
automate
are
their
going
own
to be
farming
solid and
strategies.
which ones might
And
not
we
be.
allow them
And so we
to
provide all of this
to
information and
connect
all this
each other,
content to our
to
community.
share the
We have
strategy
some of
and
the
to
most
follow the
amazing
strategy.
members, and we have
So
a really
that's what
solid
we
team. So if you're
design
interested in maybe joining,
as a
come over to
total package
cryptonairz.com, sign up today.
to
Look forward
bring
to seeing you
DeFi
out
more
there in the
accessible
Discord
to
and chatting with you and
average
growing with
users.
you, and look forward to
And I
seeing
That's
you.
what we've
Thank
been
you.
trying to do. Yes.
Yeah, and I think that copy farm is probably where you're going to find most users, right? But my concern is, and I know we talked about this briefly before we got together today, but my concern is for the safety of investors using the copy farming strategies. And to go back, not to put the cart before the horse, but there's Weave Passive, which would be the typical copy farming. And then you have Weave Pro, which would be those professional traders that we just spoke about. So my question is, for the safety of investors using copy farming, are the Weave Pro users going to go through some type of vetting before they're allowed to share their strategy?
Hey guys, Crypto Sensei here. If you like what you're watching on this video, think about signing up for Cryptonairz. We've built out a 37-person team to work on Cryptonairz that provides every kind of info that you want to know. We have a great community of over 2,300 people that also help providing information. You know, if you don't have 12 hours a day to commit to crypto research and knowledge, let us do most of the work for you. That's why we're here. We're one of the very few communities that have a full service security team. Every new project that wants to come work with us to do an AMA, we put them through a very strict process, and you can learn more about that in our community. You know, we have people that understand smart contracts that can find, you know, malicious code or errors. And so, you know, often we're helping these teams kind of fix their projects before they launch. And so that really gives us the power to know which new projects are going to be solid and which ones might not be. And so we provide all of this information and all of this content to our community. We have some of the most amazing members, and we have a really solid team. So if you're interested in maybe joining, come over to cryptonairz.com, sign up today. Look forward to seeing you out there in the Discord and chatting with you and growing with you, and look forward to seeing you. Thank you.
Well, we also thought about on this thing, you know, on the one hand, we want to have some like whitelisted professional traders and to filter the strategies for our users. And but if we do it that way, it will be, well, somehow similar to other protocols, right? I mean, you got a whitelisted. Try to imagine before Uniswap, if you want to trade crypto, you can only trade on the centralized exchange, right? So that means you have to pay for the listing, or you have to be whitelisted. Well, it's not a bad thing, but just in crypto, we try to be a little bit more creative. So we take another approach that we want it to be permissionless. So that means everyone could create their own strategies. Meanwhile, we still have to make sure that the strategy is good enough, right? And the strategy has to be attractive enough to attract new users to follow. So that's why we design kind of, well, I want to say kind of like Facebook, but it's, well, the function is still very different, right? So basically we want to provide when the pro users, they post their strategies, they are allowed to describe their strategy, what is their concept, what is the market, how did they expect the strategy will perform, and there's a place for the professional traders to communicate with their followers. And that's from the professional trader side, the Weave Pro side, right? So for the Weave Passive, they can just filter the strategies that they prefer. So they can judge from the historical returns and the risk levels and how much TVL is following this strategy. This kind of proof to help the passive users to make their own decision. So that's our approach right now. We try to make a different way, but you are correct. It's definitely worth noticing about the strategies we might have in the future, because during our closed beta test a month ago, we have almost 15,000 strategies deployed among 100 closed beta testers, within 1 week. So there's quite a lot of strategies being deployed to the blockchain as well. So this is something we still have to monitor when we launch. But yes, this is, so far we don't have any preset criteria for professional users. We just want them to be, we just want the market to be able to choose freely.
And I do like that, and I do like the way you explained the Weave Pro users, their ability to kind of explain their process and what they expect their return is. I almost would imagine that at some point you have other yield farming, say, tokens out there that have people doing this already for that specific token, and I imagine if you get someone good, professional trader that has a great return, they may see some private messages for job opportunities in the future. But but before we, so yeah, that's a whole different conversation, I'm sure. But we spoke just a second ago. You brought up strategies, and I know you guys have a strategy builder. So do you want to explain what the strategy builder is?
Yeah, sure. So our strategy builder, we want to make it really simple. So that's why we want to make sure, because, well, I'm sure within the chat, within the Discord group, there's a lot of experienced traders, right? So they know about the protocols, they know about tokenomics, and they know now is the DAO season, and the season 2 might be a DeFi season coming, right? So they can prepare to create their farming strategies in preparing for the coming DeFi season. So, we want them to use their knowledge about the tokenomics and the platform and the protocols and the markets, and to create their strategy, but without the need of the programming experience. So that's why we build a drag and drop user interface, which is very intuitive. We just have our demo on the we just have our demo during the Binance Hackathon event. So I will probably I'll share the link later, so you can have a look on how our strategy builder works. So basically, you just have to drag the LP you want and drop it into part of the strategy. Then you're done. So you can freely choose what you want to do with your reward token. For example, I'll just use PancakeSwap as an example. For example, if you are farming PancakeSwap, you can farm with Cake BNB LP, and you can choose whatever you want to your Cake reward. For example, you can choose to compound only 40% of your Cake reward, and you want to sell 30% of your Cake reward into stablecoin and take profit always. and you can choose to swap another 30% of your cake reward into other moon token or meme token, for example, maybe like Doge token or something that you believe is gonna have like a 100x opportunity in the future. So you can do it like that, and you can just customize your own farming strategy. So once you finish creating your strategy, it will just automate the whole process for you. So you don't have to worry about it. You just have to come back regularly and take a look at the dashboard and see how the strategy is performing right now. Then that's it. So I will share the link later. Maybe I can share in the AMA chat or something. Then you guys can have a look how easy it is. And right now we also you can already access to our strategy builder feature already in our website. So also feel free to join our Discord and we have a tutorial to guide you how to access to the strategy builder right now. You can play around.
Yeah, and I saw that. And for those of you guys who are listening and are a part of our Discord here with Cryptonairz, and I know that this is going to get posted on YouTube later, so we'll make sure to get those links in the description. But I posted in our general chat an invite to the Weave Discord, and I also posted the website link. And there is a really good video on their website that explains the strategy builder and the drag and drop. It's a really neat feature that I think it deserves to be kind of highlighted here. One thing that we didn't discuss yet is I saw on your roadmap the cross-chain pairing, and I think this is important. It kind of plays into the strategy builder. How soon is the cross-chain pairing going to be integrated? And can you explain for the community if they're not aware of what cross-chain pairing is?
Well, that's a great question. The cross-chain pairing, because if you have a look at our strategy builder, you will notice that all these smart contract, all the swap and the lending, borrowing, and leverage functions you do in a specific protocol is a module within our strategy builder. So you can just drag and drop the modules to be part of the strategy, right? So when you need, for example, today you have a cake reward already and you want to move it to Phantom Chain, for example. So then right now you have to jump to different protocols and do the cross-chain bridging, right? So in the future, we would like to have this cross-chain bridging function directly embedded into our system, which means it will be part of the module as well within the strategy builder components. So when you have your cake reward ready, you can simply drag and drop the bridging function to strategy as part of the strategy. Then you automatically sell your cake token and bridge it to the Phantom chain and to do another yield farming strategy. So in combination, there's infinite possibility. And so far, we are not the expert in bridging, so that's why we've been exploring partners who have the expertise in bridging across different chains. And we think the plan right now we have is to make it live on Q4. So that's the current plan. Yeah. Right now we still focus on our launch, which we are going to launch pretty soon. And after a few months of integration of more platform or making some fine-tune of the user interface, then we are going to integrate the cross-chain pairing function. So you'll be probably in Q4. That's the plan right now, and we want to bring the bridging modules directly into our strategy builder.
That's pretty amazing. Do you have a single click or a drag and drop be able to do that? You brought up Phantom. What other protocols are you looking at?
Well, Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Fenton is a great community. Originally, we start from BNB chain, and then we are trying to explore to different blockchain as well. So right now we have the plan to go to Polygon and Phantom. Well, we choose those chains because those three chains have amazing uh, communities and they have a lot of users, right? So we have a lot of support from Polygon Foundation and also Phantom Foundation, and they also help us to connect to a lot of different protocols. So in Phantom now we already connected to Spooky Swap, Spirit Swap, Liquid Driver, Battlefund. So it's all through the help of our partners. So it's been really helpful for us to explore opportunities in different chain, and we've been very excited to bring both Phantom and Polygon live shortly after our launch. So yeah, we just had we will still have a lot of AMA on Phantom related protocols. So you guys can just keep an eye on our announcement.
And I know that you did an AMA, I believe it was yesterday, with Spooky Swap.
Yeah. Yesterday we have AMA with Spooky Swap.
Very,
So
very, very cool.
I would say that for a protocol like us, we really appreciate the support from partners. So including Cryptonairz in the very beginning, I still remember because I'm reviewing all the chatting histories today, and I'm still very appreciate that. Wow, you help us with a lot. You bring us a lot of connection and advices, which have been really helpful. And same shout out goes to the Phantom team and the Polygon team. So I think that's the beauty of the Web3 business because everybody is trying to help each other.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think it's important for the listeners to understand. We've been talking about Weave, but it almost sounds like it's or it is, but it sounds like it's a platform. But really, behind Weave is a token. And in the last conversation I had with Steven, I posed him the question of what is the use case of the token other than selling it. And I'm told there have been some updates on Weave and the use case for the Weave token. So can you explain to the community what the new updates are?
Yeah, sure. No problem. The last time we talked, we are on the what do you call it? The airdrop event, I remember.
Yep.
And since January, we already make our staking contract live. So right now, the whole use case within with regards to Weave token is that right now you can already stake your Weave token, and to earn more Weave token, of course, you have the single staking, and you also have the Weave BUSD staking. And I think there's one very specific point in our design that we don't request our users to lock their token in order to participate the voting or this kind of governance thing. On the contrary, we incentivize users to stake Weave. Therefore, a long-term staker can enjoy more benefits compared to, the token holders, but he's not staking the token, right? So, for example, if you have your Weave token and you stake with us, not locking, only staking, and if you stake long enough, for example, if you stake 12 week or 26 week or 1 year or 2 year, you get a different additional milestone multiplier. So for example, if you stake up to 2 years, then you get a 10x multiplier. So for example, if you stake 1,000 Weave for 10 years, then your 1,000 Weave will act like 10,000 Weave during our reward calculation or other features. And our second feature is that if you stake Weave, you'll be able to reduce your performance fee. So the more you stake, the more fee will be reduced when you harvest your yield farming reward. And the third one will be the user will be able, if you stay with, you will be able to share the revenue, and you'll also be able to share part of our token sales. So far, if you are selling Weave token, you will be charged a 1.5% burn. So the 1.5% will go to the staking farm. And we have another 0.5% goes to treasury, and the other 0.5% burn forever. So Weave token is a deflationary token. And the last feature is that you'll be able to participate some votes that we're gonna have. For example, something like the next protocols that we need to integrate, or next blockchain we need to go, something like that. So these are the features. And by the way, right now we have a plan that if you stake Weave token, then you can request a one-on-one coaching from us, from the team member, because we have been already releasing several Weave Academy videos in our YouTube channels, right? So we realized that there are a lot of new users. They want to learn about crypto, but they don't know where to start. So if you take a look, you figure out that you will notice that the most viewed video in our Weave Academy is how to set up MetaMask. How to set up MetaMask for BSC chain. So that's why we think it might be interesting to see community response if we enable the users to request a one-on-one coaching or something. Yeah, so that's basically what we have so far.
And then I also just want to just confirm the Weave token is what's going to be used to start your yield farming process. You don't need to have BUSD or something along those lines if you wanted to start a yield farming. You purchase Weave and then set up your strategy using the Weave token for specific assets, like stablecoins or whatever the pairing is going to be. Or do you also need those specific assets to yield farm with?
Okay, that's a very good question. Probably I missed the points earlier. So right now, if you want to start using our platform, you don't have to own Weave token. So you don't have to. So you can just, if you have Weave token, you can go staking, and if you don't go staking, you don't need to own Weave token. So when you're creating strategy, you also need no Weave token. So you can simply just create your strategy. But once your strategy is created, then you still have to deposit your fund, right? So you can choose, either you can deposit BNB or you can deposit BUSD. So far, we support these two coins. And then after that, after you deposit, the strategy itself will help you to convert it to the LP you want. For example, if right now I make a strategy to farm with Cake and BNB, right? Cake and BNB LP, and I deposit BNB. I deposit like 10 BNB as an initial deposit to start the strategy. Then the strategy, our platform, Weave, will automatically swap half of your BNB into Cake token and pair the LP for you. So you don't have to do the swap by yourself, and Weave will use a DEX aggregator to do all those swapping works for you, in order to save some in order to get the best return out of the swap. So yeah, you don't actually have to own Weave token, but you can farm Weave token. You can get more Weave token if you are creating your strategy through our platform.
And if for those of you who haven't done liquidity pool farming and yield farming, there is a huge learning curve when it comes to trying to understand this, and their strategy builder allowing you to just deposit one asset and it automatically pairs it and cuts it in half for you, so you don't have to go through that entire process. That is a huge, what I feel is a huge barrier to entry in the entire yield farming strategy to begin with. So having the strategy builder do that for you, I think that is an amazing feature, because it is going to allow so many more people to come in and use the platform and begin to understand yield farming, and hopefully earn some return in doing so.
Yeah.
So we just talked about Weave token. Is it available for purchase if we wanted to purchase Weave token? And are there any recent exchange listings or upcoming listings that community should be watching for?
Yeah, that's a great question. Well, so far the Weave token is live on BNB chain, and we have our liquidity on PancakeSwap since it's the largest DEX on BNB chain. So right now, if you want to buy, you can buy in PancakeSwap. And so far, we also have the plan to bridge the Weave token to different chain, but we have to see what we have to check the community feedback when we launch on different chains. And besides that, we are also working with different DEX aggregators because, as I mentioned, right, we are trying to have a DEX aggregator features because if you are long enough in the yield farming, you will notice that during yield farming, actually inside the yield farming, there's actually a lot of swap being done, right? So that's why we want to bring in the DEX aggregator feature. And we're also working with DEX aggregator protocols, and we try to make sure the users make sure they whitelist our token and the users can buy Weave token over there. Yeah, so that's the plan so far.
No, that's awesome. And I may have missed a second ago. Are there any recent or future exchange listings that you're looking to get the Weave token on?
If we bridge to different blockchain, we probably right now we probably will list our liquidity in the DEXs on different chain. For example, in Fente might be SpookySwap and SpiritSwap. Then in Avalanche, it probably be Trader Joe. So yes, we're definitely looking into different possibilities.
Awesome.
Or are you talking about centralized exchange?
Centralized exchange too. I don't know if there's any alpha there that you can release.
Yeah, but it's still in early stage. We are still working on because right now our well, if you well, we can drop some alpha. Well, I mean, if you are running a protocol like this, I think the ultimate achievement that we can do is that we will be the yield farming partners of the wallet providers or the yield farming partners with the centralized exchange, right? So try to imagine if you are like really playing with your Binance app or Coinbase app every day, then you'll figure out that you start to notice that those centralized exchanges, they start to offer these yield farming options to users. Well, that's how I feel. And not only centralized exchange, but also the wallet providers. They are also, I kind of feel like they are also trying to explore the possibility to offer the yield farming option to their users. So that will be our ultimate goal. We want to be their yield farming partners because try to imagine using our platform, using Weave, for protocols themselves or the influence themselves or the partners themselves, they can create their own strategy, right? So they can choose a safe, relatively safe strategy. For example, stablecoin oriented strategy. They might not be crazy APR like 30, 40, 50%, but they will be long and sustainable 10% each return. So they can then encourage their followers to follow the strategy, and they can also share their strategy, right, to the followers. And once their followers start to follow their strategies, they can also the performance fee will also go to the influencers, so they can also benefit from it. So that will be our ultimate goal when we discuss our roadmap internally. So to be honest, right now, in parallel, we are approaching a lot of protocols, and we try to prepare starting from now and try to prepare for the future, for the possible integration already. Yeah.
All right. And before I bring the community up, if they have some questions, I know we've covered a ton of information. What's next in the roadmap that you'd like to talk about? I know you briefly touched on the launch plan. You just had a beta test, and then the Binance Hackathon demo. What's next, and what's left to let the community know about Weave?
Yeah, great question. For us right now, we are participating in the Binance Hackathon. So right now we rank #1 in the disruptive DeFi section within with the Binance Revelation Hackathon. And then right now we are releasing our product. We are launching our strategy builder and copy farming features in April 22nd. So you can have a look. You can hop on our Discord channel, and you will find all the information there. We will launch on April 22nd. And shortly after launch, we'll be expand our blockchain to Polygon and Phantom as well. So right now, the strategy builder is open for everyone. So if you want to try, you can try. You can you can check our tutorial how to set up the testnet environment, so you can play around with the strategy builder. Then you will figure out. Then you will know how powerful it is. So that's the short-term plan for now. And in the long run, we will also, because we already have our first audit, right? So we already have our since our staking function is live. We already have our staking function audited already, and the next phase is to have another audit on our main contract as well. So there's a lot of stuff ongoing. Very excited.
Yeah, you guys have been moving quite rapidly with your roadmap, and you've appeared to have hit every goal so far. So congratulations to you guys. I want to remind the community also that this was an update AMA with Weave, and we did do a more comprehensive conversation with Steven back in December of 2021, and you can find that at the Cryptonairz YouTube if you want more of an in-depth understanding of Weave and everything that they have going on. I'd like to bring the community up if they had any questions, if you had some time, Grayson.
Yeah, sure.
Just feel free to raise your hands if you have any questions, and we'll bring you up one at a time. While people think about their questions, or while they maybe they don't have any questions, I wanted to thank you for coming out today. I know that you mentioned to me about a giveaway opportunity for some of our participants. Can you let them know how they can participate?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for reminding me. So, by the way, I just post our demo video on the chat. So if you are interested, you can have a look and see how the strategy builder works. I think it's pretty amazing to see how it works in real life. So really looking forward to it. And also the link to our hackathon event. So please follow us if you can. And regarding this amazing community, we had already prepared some Weave tokens that we will drop to the questions. Let me see.
There you go. Well, you guys heard it. So if you have questions, they have Weave tokens, it sounds like. So
yeah. So if you have questions, if you have questions, we will drop the Weave token to the, how should I say it? The questions. Yeah, we will drop the Weave token to questions. And if you don't, we will just draw a few lucky winners as well. Oh, I saw a question.
Yeah, it looks like Pipefitter. You'll have to accept the invitation. All right, welcome up here. Welcome, Pipefitter. What's your question?
Wondering what exchanges the Weave token is on at the moment.
Yeah. Okay, so so far we are on BNB chain, so we are live on PancakeSwap. So currently that's the only DEX that you can find us. But in the same time, we also our partner Yoshi. They also Yoshi is a DEX aggregator in Fenton, but they also have their DEX aggregator function in BNB chain. So in Yoshi, you can also find Weave token. So right now you have you can find Weave token in PancakeSwap and also in Yoshi.
Excellent. Thank you.
And then Pipefitter, what you'll want to do is go ahead and head to the Weave Discord, and you'll get a hold of Grayson, and he can talk to you about claiming.
Yeah. So I will also. So please join our Discord. I will also we prepare 5 winners. So if there's no other question, then I will just randomly select the lucky winners. Then please join our Discord, and I will just confirm with you guys.
Awesome. And while they're thinking about if they have any additional questions, I wanted to inform the community about a giveaway and a special opportunity that the Cryptonairz team has come up with. Very soon, we're going to be posting a giveaway opportunity where 3 or potentially more winners will be heading out to Las Vegas to hang out with Crypto Sensei. You'll have the opportunity to meet with him one-on-one, drive supercars, and much more. So details coming soon. Make sure you check the announcements. But I think it's going to be a pretty fun giveaway to to win that opportunity to go to Las Vegas, drive some supercars like Lambos and Ferraris, and a ton more. So make sure you guys keep an eye on announcements.
This sounds amazing. Even I want to participate in the giveaway,
Yeah, I think we all do. Hey, Grayson, I do appreciate you so much for coming out and explaining all the updates with Weave. And again, he's absolutely right, guys. The Weave Academy, actually, their videos and their instruction is top notch. So head over to their Discord, check out what they have going on. And Grayson, thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to share with the community before we end today?
Yeah. The last thing. So right now we have an Easter egg event in our Discord channel. So if you join our Discord chat, you pay attention to the announcement chat, then we have a Easter egg event. Then you can try to hunt the egg and get some prize if you can.
Beautiful. Well, thanks everybody for coming out, and thank you, Grayson. This is going to end
Thanks
it today.
for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks again, and I look forward to when you guys do your full launch. We'll bring you back, and we can talk about everything else.
They'll be amazing.
Happening.
They'll be amazing. They'll be amazing.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys.
Guys, remember last time we had them on, it was about December of 2021, and since then they've been working tirelessly on building out their project, and they have some great news for us to share.